So why would I want to buy one of these, Mr. Radio Shack Manager?
Why would you want to buy one? Because now everybody's a can cooler vigilante.
Uh-oh. What's that? Yep. Got some more seeds. Looking forward to trying this lettuce leaf basil very much. And this was a free seed. Merlot. I've had something similar to this before. I like those. This one was an interesting tomato. I thought I would try it and see how productive it is and what the flavor is like. I really am having trouble finding the original Crimson beefsteak that I liked so much back when I had my seed collection rolling. But I'm going to continue to search out a hopefully that cultivar, but if not that, some suitable replacement for it. Cumin, yeah, this is cumin as in the spice like you use in salsas and hot dishes and such. I've wanted to grow this so I could grow my own cumin, so I could make basically every ingredient in my homemade salsa. And so I'm back on that project again. Just happened to see it on their site as I was browsing through. Basil, Thai, sweet, this stuff is delicious. And I thought I'd do some broccoli. I'm eating broccoli in my salad every day. Thought I would try and get some of my own food coming from the grow tent here for starters. And I'll add more over time. We'll see how space and plant management all goes. But fun to have something to kick it off with. I guess I'll show you the seeds I got over at Adams the other day that I started a few of as well. Okay, so these are the other seeds that I got. I started 7 of these Roma plum tomatoes. They're supposedly San Marzano. I really want to find the original San Marzano Cellaridorta tomatoes that I had. Those things were monster plants, monster tomatoes, delicious with a slightly smoky flavor to them. They were just fantastic. So I want to get back to those. Some beets I threw in. I haven't started any lettuce or pepper yet. Jalapeno early, I'm going to run some of these, but I also want to find and prefer jalapeno M. Those are my favorite jalapeno pepper. And then some yellow wax beans too. And then this was a store-bought pepper that was a giant, delicious ripe red pepper, and I saved the seed from it. And I just started 4 of those last night or this morning. So that's where we're at for now. I guess I'll give you a quick tour of the lab. Okay, just a quick clip update here. Nothing too exciting going on since the last shot of this. Although the basil is starting to continue to sprout. Starting to continue, yeah. You know what I'm saying. Parsley seems like it's perking back up nice, as does the rosemary, since we got the environment straightened out a bit. Pineapple's looking good. This volunteer pepper from before, I think might be a habanero, is looking okay. In fact, I'm going to get that into a bigger pot tonight, with better soil. And we got some turmeric sprouting back up again, so that's cool. Ginger's all doing okay. Yeah, looking good. And hibiscus is rocking. So is the olive and the lemon. So that's the update for now. So this bin had a bunch of turmeric in it that I didn't know what else to do with, so I just kept it in the bin over the summer. Same when I imported it. Some fungus gnat infection in this soil The new soil, the ProMix, is supposed to suppress fungus gnats, so I'm taking this outside to freeze if we get any kind of winter temperatures here for a bit, and then I'll probably import the soil again later once it's been sort of sterilized from the fungus gnats. Meantime, I stuck the turmeric in here. You can see there's some pretty nice little nuggets. I think this might be a ginger too here. But anyway, all in new ProMix soil. And then a little bit more to throw on there. So, there's that. And also, put the ProMix bag up here. This works even better. As you scoop out and it drops, it feathers the soil out nice and breaks it up, no clumps. So, very handy way to do this. Alright, just a quick update. Never played with one of these guys before, these tower type planters, but I'm gonna do some yellow wax beans and some purple beans in the top, and down the sides I'm going to do some sweet Thai basil and some lettuce leaf basil, and we'll just see how it does, what it does. I will say it took a ton of soil to fill this thing using ProMix BX. So, alright, I'm going to start some seeds in it. We'll see what it does. Alright, January 31st, 2023. I'm losing track of years now. Been working along, getting things set up in here. Table set up a little better. Been starting some seeds, trying to every night. Got some coming up. Roma plum tomatoes coming up here. Thyme is starting to take off and stuff. And peppers, this Trinidad scorpion is starting to take off. And there's even some growth on the pineapple. So things are looking good. Just got another timer in here. I had old timers around, but didn't really trust them. One thing you want to do if you're wiring in grow lights, grow equipment, or any kind of equipment really, is make darn sure it's clean and safe and not going to cause a fire or a problem. So I always go with, I'm very careful about how I feed my lighting equipment and all that sort of stuff. These lights are not super heavy duty lights. They're 400 watts. I've measured them. They actually run around 370 or so when once they're warmed up and running. So they're not too bad on power consumption. Right now I've got both of these triggered on the same timer over here, and you can see the big power feed cord coming in. That's like an air conditioner extension cord. Very short, very thick, so we can carry that power without any problem, nice and cool. That's very important when you're wiring equipment like that. It just can't warn you on safety enough. Okay, I'm done with that for now. Anyway, got another timer in. Gonna wire this light on a separate timer, primarily just to separate power supply and distribute each light on its own circuit set. But I may also set this timer for a little bit shorter period of time. I might cut it down to like 12 or 14 hours of light, whereas this one on the mover is on 16 hours of light. And that would save a little bit of power, and we don't need to have that sort of energy intensity 16 hours a day on like ginger and starts and stuff, and we don't even have this space filled up right now, so I may do that to save some juice. Anyway, but mainly we're just doing this to distribute power a little more evenly and make sure that we're keeping our total amperage load on each circuit low, real low, and that's the idea. And that's how you avoid fire and heating and all those sort of problems that are related to that. So anyway, just thought I would do a quick update on it. Gonna throw this timer in. I'll probably give you a clip when I'm done with that. You can see how everything's wired in two separate legs again, but you get the idea. Alright, well, that didn't take long. The timer's in over here, coming in from the other power cord feed. That's plugged into a separate outlet from the other one. They're both about 8 feet long, they're pretty short. Right into the power strip, green power strip, and then out from that to the lights. The green power strip also supplies continuous power for the circulation fan and the ventilation fan, so that's why we're not going straight into the timer. Anyway, I'm just letting this bulb cool off a bit before I restart it, it's a good idea to do that with HID type bulbs. So then I'll power it back up and away we'll go. So just another quick update. Things are coming along. Well, well, well. February 1st, 2023. Ain't this just a banging way to step into February? Plants are all doing well. Things are growing. Thyme that I transplanted is starting to spread out and vine out and size up. I'll start cooking with that soon once it gets a little bigger. Pineapple's coming along good. Let's see, we got some seeds germinating now. I just planted these lettuce seeds literally last night. They're already up today. The mesclun is up more than the Merlot mix, but I do see a few of the Merlot popping there, so that's nice. Ginger is doing well, and it looks like the sweet potatoes are taking off now. They're in some new soil with a little more nutrient. You can see the beets are sprouting there. I'm going to have to thin through there and pick out some beet greens for a salad. That'll be nice. What else is going on in here? Let's see. We got some yellow and some purple beans planted in this tower planter. And I think the yellow was on the right, so I guess we got yellow beans coming up. Could be wrong. This might actually, I think they are purple. They look kind of purple. Maybe I got them mixed up. Anyway, 6 beans in the top here, and then down the sides I went around. I did, see, I had numbers on these columns basically. I did 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Sweet Thai basil on half of them, and lettuce leaf basil on the other half. I know I saw germinated stuff. Yeah, there you go. See some popping out. So those are germinating. That's exciting. Let's see what else is coming up here. Well, this turmeric that I transplanted is starting to take. What else? There's something else I want to show. Oh yeah. Aroma tomatoes have sprouted, most of them at least. Planted 7 seeds, and I was going to select just a couple out of that, but we'll see how they do. If we have a bunch that are doing well, I might transplant them up to a larger container. I want to really try and strive to fill this whole tent with growing food and be able to basically eat out of here every day. So that's going to take a little time to get up to that scale, but it is coming. There's another ginger that's also rocking, and so is the turmeric over there. So anyway, just a quick update for February 1st. Carry on. New addition to the lab. Fresh started pineapple. All cleaned up. Got some tips and tricks from my friend Jack at Geeky Gardens. I'll try to remember to throw a link below for that. Got some germination going on. Got some basils going too. Pineapple's doing well. Sweet potatoes doing okay. Beets are doing okay. Lettuce and the new pineapple are doing well. Basil's doing well. Ginger's doing well. Got something sprouted in the olive, but I don't believe it's olive. But who knows? We'll see what it is. 5 out of 8 Roma tomatoes. Not bad germination, I suppose, for commercial seed. Finally, some jalapeno early. Just popping up. Wee little guys. February 4th. Had a low of -10 last night. just a tad on the chilly side, and some crazy winds too. However, from here, it's a cozy 74 degrees and 49% humidity at the moment. Aromas are coming along okay. No sign of cumin yet. And what I thought was jalapeno actually are the two Austrian winter pea seeds I stuck in as sort of a integrated cover crop in the planter. So no jalapenos up yet. We'll see what happens with those. Let's see what else. Both yellow and purple beans are popping and taking off. And the basil is taking off. Various try to get your shot. Various parts of the planter there. The pineapple seems to be doing well. Ginger seems to be doing good. Same with beets and sweet potato. Those are starting to recover from their transplant and take off. The holy basil's still doing good. Thyme's looking good. Rosemary is recovering from its lack of light and shock. Lemon tree is doing well. Lemons growing. A couple there, a couple there. Wish I could have had this nice environment set up sooner. We could have had a lot more lemons from all the flowers we had, but it is what it is. Hibiscus is getting ready to throw some flowers out again, adjusting to the new environment. Things are coming along. Basil is doing well. Starting to throw a second leaf set out. Pineapple's kind of chilling. Haven't really looked to see, but looks like it's getting ready to throw some roots. I changed the water in that again tonight. The lettuce is taking off, especially the mesclun mix. And the Merlot is starting to pop too. Looking good. Okay, it's a little later in the day, and these have actually grown a good bit already. These are the Austrian winter pea. Shout out to Grow the Farm Up. Good old Brad over at Grow the Farm Up. I had used these as a cover crop last time. I had cover cropped in a larger farming operation. Well, smaller farming operation, much larger than this operation. And they worked great. I had some seed left over that had been in storage, and honestly I didn't think it was going to germinate. It was old seed when I got it from Agway. But sure enough, I plugged them in and they're popping off, and I went through and sprinkled them all about. Just wanted to help balance soils and the biology in the soils in the planters. So I did one in a compost bucket, so I'll give you a clip of that. We got a row of them popping. So here we are over in the compost planter. This is kind of just kind of playing around with composting. This was the olive pot. It's some really heavy soil. I believe there's some clay mixed in, native clay soil mixed in. But there's also a lot of coffee grounds, and I've been throwing like compost stuff down the pipe because I know there's worms in here also. So my hope is that with the cover crop and stuff, I can kind of regenerate the soil a little bit more. Just kind of an experiment more than anything, but I thought I would throw some Austrian winter pea in, and we got them popping up in a line here, so that's pretty cool. So this is by no stretch of the imagination an advertisement for Dunkin' Donuts. By all means, get good coffee fresh from your local roaster. But used to drink a lot of Dunkin' Donuts coffee, and I used to save these cups both for starting the seeds in, and later on when I realized that they were horrible for that, for what I was doing, I started using them for labels, and I found they're super effective for that. You can take a pair of scissors on one of these styrofoam cups and just cut it into tabs, and then you can just go along and break off a tab, take an indelible marker and write on there, and put it in, and just plug it into the soil like you would, and it stays, and it doesn't break down in sunlight, and it doesn't break down in weather, so it stays for the whole season, so your label sticks. And then of course if you transplant a plant out later and this is going to disappear in the jungle, you set it right at the base of the plant, right close to the base of the plant, and then that way if you want to come back and find it later, you know where to look for your labels. Base of the plant, end of the row. Just a little hack so you don't have to buy labels. I'm cheap, man, I'm a farmer.